How does a company valued more than $300 million suddenly collapse into bankruptcy? And how did a high-profile Indian businessman end up at the center of New Jersey's biggest financial fraud? Tonight, the story is of manipulation, money, and corporate empire that allegedly never really existed the way investors were told. Hi, this is Navya Bal and you're watching TimesXP. A US federal court has now sentenced Indian origin former CEO Parmjit Parmar, also known as Paul Parmar, to 5 years in prison and his role in massive fraud conspiracy that shook investors across multiple financial institutions. But this was not a single accounting scandal. According to the prosecutors, this was actually a carefully constructed illusion, a financial mirage designed to attract thousands and hundreds millions of dollars. And according to the court documents, it is stated that the fraud operated between 2015 and 2017. During that period, Parmar and his associate allegedly convinced a private investment firm and a major financial institution to pour nearly $212 million into a deal linked to a healthcare service company traded on the London Stock Exchange alternative investment market. At the first glance, everything looked legitimate. Expansion plans, acquisitions, revenue growth, and global ambition. But investigators now say that much of it was just built on fabricated numbers and fake business activity from subsidiaries reportedly not even existed. Others allegedly generated only a fraction of revenue that was being claimed. And yet, investors actually kept pouring money in. Why? Because prosecutors say that the conspirators created what appeared to be a booming business ecosystem. Fake customers, altered bank statements, and manipulated financial records. Now, funds allegedly moved through the controlled bank accounts only to be recycled and shown as business income. Now, because this was not just about inflating profits, authorities believe that the scheme was designed to fundamentally deceive the investors into believing that the company was worth far more than reality. And according to the court filings, victims valued the company more than $300 million before even operating eventually unraveled. Now then came the collapse. In 2017, the scheme was exposed. Executives resigned or they were removed. And by March 2018, the company and several affiliates, the affiliated entities by the way, filed for bankruptcy. The fallout was enormous. Investors lost millions, confidence collapsed, and the case became another warning sign about how sophisticated financial fraud can quietly grow inside the markets. But there's more to it. This case arrives at a time when regulators across the US are increasing scrutiny and especially the corporate transparency offshore the financial structures and cross-border business networks. Because in today's global economy, money moves fast than oversight sometimes. And when the ambition mixes with deception, the damage spreads far beyond the company. And tonight, Parmar faces the prison. But the large question remains unanswered. How many financial empires still look successful on the surface, on the papers, while hiding the cracks that nobody sees until too late?